ladies, gentlemen, welcome back everyone to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day out there wherever you may be. What are we doing today? We're going to listen to this band Oak from Norway, I see. We're going to listen to this track Lost Causes. This is coming off of their album False Memory Archive, which was released in 2018. We're listening to this because it was suggested and sponsored by Graham. So Graham, thank you so much for the recommendation as well. I appreciate that. I like the simplicity of the name of the band Oak. And to me, like what the name implies, it implies something strong, something sturdy. I'm expecting something folkish. Is oak a dark wood, a light wood, a cherry wood? Or what kind of wood is oak? You know what we should do? And we're going to do it. Give me a fun fact about oak. We're just doing a random fun fact about oak. Oak trees are long-lived keystone species and holding immense ecological value. Over 500 species worldwide. They are known for producing vast amounts of acorns, up to 10,000 per season. Yet, only 1 in 10,000 becomes a new tree. And they can live up to 1,000 years. There's some fascinating facts for you. We're out of the month, but this website, the Conservation Foundation, said fun facts about oak trees for October.
Please clap.
It's a little out of season, but it'll do. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We'll discuss it a little bit after. Here we go. Has those opeth notes.
A pile of books with torn up pages. A generation that never ages.
Not at all what I was expecting.
That's how we feel now, incomplete.
Really wasn't expecting this.
That's how we go down obsolete. There's still dreams in my restless sleep. The way home growing dark and steep. There's still life in those dying embers. A clear sign that you still remember.
I like how the real drums came in here.
Something in this house I've seen before. Remember how my hands felt on this floor. There's someone in the room behind that door.
There's a little saxophone in there too.
From a past we barely speak of anymore.
What a combination of styles this is.
Moving faster to slow down time.
Piano returns from the beginning.
Never growing mountain to climb. Is anybody out there still alive? It's all about the prophet and the lie.
It's a nice note.
And if the secret stays with me,
took over. They got a nice style.
Water in the waves going down below, diving for the things that we lost. Never heard your truth, I've been told a lie. Give me all you have and I'll go. Water in the waves going down below, diving for the things that we
This is a cool track. They keep you guessing. I really don't know what's coming around the corner. They keep it on your toes. Listen to that drum behind. Sounds very unique. Hey, wait for your song. I gotta say, I was really impressed by that. I really enjoyed that a lot. It started off in a certain style, and it made me think, okay, this is just where my mindset was going without talking too much over the music. When the piano began in the beginning, I was thinking, okay, this is either going to go into an Opeth direction where it's going to, start off soft, gloomy, a little moody, and then boom, it's just going to be eclipsed by something heavy and death growls coming in and such. Or it's going to kind of stay in this piano lane, perhaps go down a folkier route with that, perhaps explore something kind of like a Anna von Hauswolf, like it's going to go into that direction, something maybe more acoustically led, perhaps like Damnation from Opeth. Like that was like the direction I was expecting the music to go in. When the electronic kick and the bass and everything started coming in around it, and it kind of moved into this, I can't even tell you, but some sort of synth wave or goth wave or dark wave, whatever the sound you wanted to call it. When it went into that, it completely blindsided. And when it started, I wasn't quite sure, because I was blindsided, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to like these styles coming together. The gloomy piano that I really expected it to go in one different direction. Because to me, you hear this. Well, before that, you hear the piano in the beginning, and I'm not expecting it to move into this. It's kind of like the vocals in the beginning are hitting that deep resonance where it's reminding me of oh god, what's that? What are those bands? The ones that they always bring up their Viking and their costumes up on stage. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can see them. I see them. You know who I'm talking about. It has that deep, near ritualistic kind of sound, which I think was kind of cool. It was intense in a certain way, but it was cool to listen to. And I like how the electronics were kind of, for lack of a better word, just vibing back there as he sang on top of that. And little by little, actual instruments were reintroduced. They were always a part in there, but they were kind of reintroduced. You heard the drums come in separately from the electronic drums there. Then, of course, the piano re-enters, the bass, you hear that, the guitar eventually, saxophone. Little by little, it starts kind of taking and mixing the electronic and the machine with the organic and the human. And it's just really cool how that's done. I think it was very intelligent how that was performed and structured in this track. It made it a really interesting listen where you really didn't know what was going to come around the corner next. And eventually, the electronics are kind of done away with in total favor of the band coming in. So, actually before this even, here, right? This is very almost like a modern pop kind of drive, which is cool, but then completely different from all this later on. And I love the use of the saxophone in here. I have the prog archives pulled up so I can have the names of whoever's doing what. So saxophone is going to be performed by Steinar Refsdal, which I really, really enjoyed. Because a lot of bands nowadays, when I'm talking bands, I mean metal bands and, well, I guess metal bands is what I'm referencing, are bringing saxophone into their work, which I love that so much. The first example of that I could think of, that I first really heard that, was Rivers of Nihil, with their track Where the Owls Know My Name. And here. Where is it here? I forgot. It's after this. Right? And then one of my favorite albums that I think I made a video on it from 2022 with the band White Ward, and their album False Light, they do a similar thing. They have saxophone in their music. I'm trying to think of what song I can find it. There you go. Perfect. I pulled it up right away. So it's just really cool how these bands are incorporating instruments that may not be typical of the genre into their music. I think that that's impressive, and I think that this song does a phenomenal job of doing that. I'm pulling the song back up so we can discuss it. And when it's introduced, it does it so well. There's a little subtle blow that I said it during. I was like, oh, saxophone. But it's so subtle. It's just a held sustained note that kind of floats in, and then eventually it becomes part of the music, kind of riffing off of everything. The guitar does as well, the bass. And the vocals, like I said in the beginning, were super dark, super deep, and they kind of lightened up on the second half. Vocals performed by Simon Valdal Johansen, also handling the piano and the keyboards. Øystein Sudholt handling bass, guitars as well, and some more keyboards, and Sigbjorn Reykvim on the drums. And I hope I'm pronouncing everyone's names correctly here, but regardless, just absolutely brilliant how they perform. You also have Björn Rees on lead guitar here. So there's actually a decent bit of guitar, besides what you even just kind of audibly and hear at the forefront. But what I loved was how the acoustic drums were brought in on the snare, and it sounds like you still have some electronics under there. And here, as it builds up, like you hear these kind of synthetic scratches that are happening over here, and the absolute bomb that is dropped here when it just releases into its climax. When I first heard that explosion, I thought it was going to get into the growls, the heavy section, that metal section, but I like how they use saxophone to charge and lead the way. And the piano coming back with heavy chords. I should have tried to, there you go. It's a boom, man. That's really cool. And eventually, of course, it leads away to the guitar as well. This is a really good song. I think that this was a really nice listen. I loved how I didn't know where it was going to go. And they kept on surprising, and nothing but good surprises, as a matter of fact. A pile of books with torn out pages, a generation that never ages. That's how we feel now, incomplete. That's how we go down, obsolete. Like books with torn out pages, it's missing something. It's incomplete. There's still dreams in my restless sleep, the way home growing dark and steep. It's getting harder and harder to get home. That hill is getting steeper. There's still life in those dying embers, a clear sign that he still remembers. There's still a little something left. There's something in this house I've seen before. Remember how my hands felt on this floor? There's someone in the room behind that door from a past we rarely speak of anymore. Okay. Moving faster to slow down time, an ever-growing mountain to climb. Is anybody out there still alive? It's all about the profit and the lies. Like, is there any heart? Is there any soul left? Or is it still all about the profit and lies? And if this secret stays with me, we will be on our way eventually, the long way home. A return to something, not just a literal home, but a symbolic home, a return to soul, self, etc. Out here in the waves going down below, diving for the things that we've lost. Never heard your truth, I've been told a lie. Give me all you have and I'll go. And it repeats that again. So first he was making his way up this mountain to climb his home. He mentions how steep it's getting. So there was a search up, but then he mentions going down into the waves and the depths below. Searching up high and down low for whatever this lost cause is. And it doesn't seem he's necessarily given up on this person just yet. At the end he says, I've been told a lie. Give me all you have and I'll go. Maybe they are a lost cause, but there's still something that they have that perhaps he needs, he wants. And he wants that before they lose themselves. But not in a malicious way. I don't know. That's where my mind kind of goes with this one. I'll include the Bandcamp, of course, in the description, but this was a really, really great listen. I enjoyed this a lot. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments below. Graham, I appreciate the recommendation. I appreciate the support. This is a really nice listen. I hope that you guys have a great day. Hope you learned something about the oak tree, because we definitely learned something about oak. And I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.